when you enter from your main door, you should not have a mirror in front of your door. All the opportunity, including money, enter from your main door. So if there is a mirror, basically you reject out your opportunities.
What inspired you to make this shift from law to Feng Shui?
I can be very honest. It's because I was such a depressed lawyer.
What would you suggest to our viewers or listeners living in smaller spaces to apply Feng Shui principles yet managing with what they have?
Always sleep with a wall on your back.
Can you share with us some tips that anyone can apply to a very specific areas of their lives?
Wallet, always well maintained and clean, and shoes.
I'm gonna spend more on shoes now.
Exactly.
And wallets. It's very hard to incorporate ancient methods and principles into modern, contemporary design or style.
People are interested, they are open to accept, and they are not blocked.
Hi everyone. Today we are thrilled to have Cristiano Falconi with us, a Feng Shui expert who seamlessly blends East and West influences. Born in Switzerland, Cristiano began his journey in law, then made the big life shift by transitioning from being a corporate lawyer to focusing on Feng Shui. Now based in Dubai, he's known for his unique design approach, helping create balanced and harmonious spaces. Join me in welcoming Cristiano. Cristiano, welcome to the show. So I'm well prepared for today. So I brought a list of my goals for this year, for you to magically make them happen using Feng Shui. All right. So it's a very short list. It's very easy, and I'm sure Feng Shui can make it happen. So here's my list. I want a house on the Palm Jumeirah, a second house in Spain, why not? 3 million followers on Instagram or more, and having 2 kids, ideally twins, a boy and a girl, all right? So I need you to make your magic happen for my goals to happen this year.
So, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me. And to be honest, I have tears requirement very, very often. So, unfortunately, for some reason, people think that Feng Shui is a kind of magic. And only by visiting their home or villas, I can shift their energy and make them rich, famous, and super happy. Feng Shui doesn't work like this. Feng Shui, I think we all know, is an antique philosophy. It's a Chinese philosophy and is linked with the energy. And especially it's how the outside energy can impact our lives. So in this case, when I visit my clients, I try to readjust homes in order to them to have more support in facing their life. But unfortunately, I cannot deliver miracles. I can only help them to go through their life in a better way. So when I have clients asking me villas, millions, and to become a stars, then I answer, I'm the wrong person. I'm sorry, I don't deliver miracles. I just help you, and I help your karma or your destiny in doing it better. But I cannot totally shift your life.
Okay, so you can at least help me get my energy flowing for things to happen, right?
Exactly.
But,
in this case, I help people to face better their destiny. Mm-hmm. Some people, they have a destiny to become rich. Some people, they have a destiny to get married. But some other people, they have a destiny to be single. So we need to understand exactly how is our personal vibration, which I do with the Chinese horoscope. And then I can help you or my clients to face your destiny in the best way, to get the best out of your personal energy. But introducing some kind of dreams or some kind of expectation that are very unrealistic, it's not my job, and it's not the Feng Shui job.
Okay.
The Feng Shui is to create environment that have a good impact on your life. That's true, but it doesn't mean that the good impact is to make my clients millionaire or to make my clients a star of the TV. So this is a little bit a misconception that we have at our days, especially because Feng Shui has been abused and commercialized a lot. And also because people, we are very egoistic and we want everything that the society or the community is waiting. So for sure, Feng Shui is, as an antiques philosophy, it's more something linked with our soul, with the nature.
Okay.
So this is very important to understand.
Yes, and it's very much linked to energy. I think Feng Shui, it means wind and water.
And do you know why Feng Shui means wind and water? Because only where you have fresh air and good quality of water, you can have life. So in 5,000 years ago, Feng Shui, it was the science, so-called science, to understand where to build a new village. Mm-hmm. So a village can become a town and then a city only if there is fresh air and good quality of water.
I've seen it once. I remember, I've seen it in a documentary where you have these houses being built on a mountain facing the sea.
Exactly, yes.
And apparently there's a secret, Feng Shui secret about that.
It's not really a secret. Actually, it's a very simple point.
Okay.
And every house has a back and a front. So in the back of our house, we want something strong. Why? Because the back of our house is like our spine. So we want something that supports us. So the mountain is perfect. Then we want something in front of us that represents our future. So we want an open space. So having the sea or a lake or an open view, it means we can get a lot from our future. We can get many opportunities. So that's why the documentary you saw, it was linked with the back mountain support and facing the sea opportunities.
And you know what's interesting about this documentary? They were showing headquarters of a very famous bank. I'm not going to mention, but everyone knows it. It's known worldwide. And they had the head office built on a mountain facing the sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's because probably, I guess it was in Asia, somewhere in Asia. Yes. And of course, having a mountain means having a support on your back, but also the back of your home represents your past. So people who comes from a strong family, rich family, or with a strong past already, generally they have a big mountain on the back that is supporting them. So, and in front you want an open view because you want to attract many opportunity for the future. And of course, opportunity is also money.
Right.
So for a bank, of course, it's the strategic point.
Interesting.
Yes.
So, Cristiano, I'll go back to your background. So
Yes.
You started your career as a lawyer.
Exactly.
So what inspired you to make this shift from law to Feng Shui?
If I can be very honest, it's because I was such a depressed lawyer. And I found the legal environment interesting on a certain perspective, but very difficult because, when you work in a corporate legal environment, there is no human energy involved. It's only brain.
Right.
So I was actively looking for a plan B in my life. And out of the blue, I found Feng Shui. I said, okay, let's try a course. And I fall in love with this science, with this philosophy that really links the body with the nature, with the light, with the night. Every season has a certain energy. Our body is picking up the energy of the season. Our body is picking up the energy of a space. So for me, it was so fascinating that for 2 years I studied while I was working, and then I totally gave up my law career and I became a full-time Feng Shui consultant.
I was expecting a story that you went on holidays to China and then you met this master, Feng Shui master, and then, like the movies,
No, to be very honest, I've never been to China.
Okay.
I've never been to Hong Kong. And I have a Chinese or Hong Kongese master, yes, but he's not living there, he's living in the UK. So I don't think that we need to go to a certain place to fall in love with certain philosophy. And it was also always in me, these feelings that, in winter, I don't want to go out. In summer, I want to be out all the time. And I realized that Feng Shui gave me all the answers to my questions. And I could rebuild like my entire lifestyle in a Feng Shui perspective. It's not only a question of how I should decorate my home, but slowly, it became a philosophy, and all my life now is, let's say, 80% organized according to Feng Shui principles.
It's very interesting to hear this because I remember I saw, again, it was one of those documentaries or something that I've seen online. And then it's about decluttering your space. And then actually I realized that inspired me to declutter my mind as well.
Of course.
So in a way, it was really inspiring. And I was like, actually, when I write things down, I'm decluttering my mind. And I feel like, there's more space for me to focus on things that are more important or that would improve my memory. So I never thought that Feng Shui could get into, areas other than managing spaces and things like that.
But decluttering is a very important chapter in Feng Shui. It's the beginning of everything. So basically, when we declutter, we get in touch with all our objects and all the energy that these objects, like clothes or books or pictures, are carrying with them. So decluttering, it's opening our space to new emotions, to new experience, to new opportunities. So very soon, on the 28th of January, we will have the Chinese New Year, which is a great moment to declutter our space. So by decluttering our space, we create a new, fresh space to get something new in our lives. Can be a new job, a new client, a new love, a new opportunity.
Interesting.
Yes.
And what about, because I read again somewhere that after a year of not using certain, let's say clothes, you need to get rid of them. So give them away but what about things that are meaningful to us? Like wedding dresses or, things that actually mean something to us. Does that apply as well?
I strongly believe that we should keep certain objects that they have a story behind them, like family story, childhood, teenagerhood. So it's important. Personally, I suggest to create a space where I put all my objects that really means a lot to me. But having the full house decorated with objects or memories that belongs to something that is past and death, it's not helping us.
Even if it's positive?
Even if it's positive, yes. Because sometimes we need to declutter even the positive stuff because they lock our energy in the past. I know we all experience good and bad things. Let's try to keep more the good memories and to declutter the bad memories. But even the old memories, you don't want to live in an ocean of emotions linked to 10 years back.
Right.
You can keep a pictures, you can keep a book, you can keep a statue or whatever. But always your house needs to have fresh energy and empty space.
Yes.
So something new can enter. You know, sometimes in the movie, you see those people linked to the past, living in these old apartments, plenty, cluttered of stuff. Those people, then this heavy energy can have an impact on our emotional body first and on our physical body also. We can pick up weight.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So the first therapy when you want to lose some weight is try to declutter a little bit your home.
What does it have to do with the weight?
Because our body is very much linked with our space. It's a studio apartment or a 5-bedroom villa, it's our space. So sometimes the homes are overcharged, over decorated. So it means there is too many things. It's like in our body. Sometimes we take too much food, so we pick up weight. So by decluttering our space, it's the first step to give to our emotional body and then to our physical body the information that we need to get lighter.
To let go.
Exactly.
Interesting. That's quite interesting. Yeah, actually, I haven't heard much about Feng Shui outside of, spaces and managing our environment and things like that.
So it's unfortunately, as I said, it has been commercialized a lot.
Yeah.
So they try to push for some Feng Shui candles or Feng Shui incense that there is, it's totally wrong. But actually, Feng Shui can go very deep inside us and can help us to unblock certain energy that are stuck there. So having a simple space, well clean and well maintained, it means our life slowly will be the same.
Right.
Light, clean, pure, and easy.
Interesting. So this is actually taking me to my next question. So for people living in smaller spaces, so let's say small apartments or studio apartments, and trying to manage, because you know how it is for a person to live in a small space.
Yes.
It's very hard to declutter because they have mostly their necessities in that small space.
Yes.
So what would you suggest to our viewers or listeners living in smaller spaces, to, apply Feng Shui principles, yet managing with what they have in their small,
So let's say
apartment.
that there are 3 directions. First of all, it's try to keep simple. Don't overbuy shoes. Don't overbuy clothes. Don't overbuy accessories or, because of course in a studio apartment, you cannot expect to have 20 pair of shoes. Okay, so keep it simple. Second point, don't stuck your stuff under the bed. I know very well that for many of us, it's like, okay, I have this huge bed, I can open it and store under the bed. It's very bad.
Some beds are even designed that way.
Yes. To be very honest, my bed in Switzerland is like this because I bought it before starting.
Before knowing about it. Okay.
So, in fact, when we sleep, we recharge our energy. So nothing under us should block the flow of energy. So when you storage shoes and books and whatever under your bed, you don't recharge well. So really, it's a simple, important Feng Shui principle. I know very well many people, in families with children, they stack toys and, all this kind of thing. It's very, very bad. So even if you stay in a studio apartment, avoid that.
Okay, so does that affect the quality of our sleep?
Yes, the quality of our sleep and the quality of our health. So I notice that all my clients that are blaming, I'm not good, I don't sleep well, I don't get any promotion at work. When I do the consultation, I always find something under the bed.
The bed.
Yes, always.
Interesting.
And it's in somehow like, you block the flow of chi. So avoid that. And third, I know very well that is not easy, but I really push everyone, even if you stay and you live in a studio apartment, always sleep with a wall on your back. So don't place your bed in the middle of the room without walls behind. So if you live in a studio apartment and you apply these 3 small tips, already you will see that the energy is getting better.
Okay. And what about colors?
Colors are extremely important, but colors are linked with the direction of the home. So in this case, when I use my Feng Shui compass, I understand which direction the studio apartment is facing, and I can understand how to use colors, specific colors, fire colors, wood colors, water colors. So this is when I apply and I do a full consultation. If for a general, let's say, advice, I always suggest people to use light pastel colors in the studio apartment. If they want to have a darker wall, always make the wall behind the bed darker. See? Maybe you go with a light gray on the 3 walls, and in the wall behind your bed, go with a dark gray color.
Interesting.
Okay? So, but always keep colors quite light, especially if you are in a studio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the compass. Actually, how different? It's a quite interesting compass if you want to show it to
Yes, sure.
our viewers.
So,
How is it different from a compass that we use on the phone? Because usually we get
but actually, this compass is picking up the vibration of the house. So the direction can be slightly different. Every building is affected from the traffic, from the fact that there is a site under construction in front of you. So, of course, with the phone, we don't pick up that. But thanks to this Lopan, which is the Chinese compass, we can understand exactly the right direction, and we pick up half degrees or 1 degree more or less that can totally change the energy in our home.
So can you tell, for example, the energy of where we are right now based on this compass?
Well, the
what
north,
it tells you now?
For instance, if this was our studio apartment,
Right.
for instance, this is the north and this is the south. So it means north, northwest, northeast are the more quiet areas, so it will be better to put and to sleep there. And to have the kitchen and the day life rooms in this corner.
Interesting.
See? So from a general perspective. According with the colors, we need, as this one is more linked with the north and with the yin energy, we need to integrate some yang colors like a little bit of orange, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of gold to create more balance between yin and yang. And in the south area, because it's already very young and very hot, we need to put some yin colors like blue, like gray, like brown, so to balance.
Right.
See? So that's why the compass is very important.
Interesting. It's a quite interesting one.
Yes,
actually,
it's
yes.
done. Every master make his own compass.
Okay.
So this compass is done from my Chinese master, and there are plenty of small information that help us to study the house deeply and deeply.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And what is it called? It's just a compass. Does it have a name?
Lopan.
Lopan. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are very common in Hong Kong. You can find easily, and it's with this basically I can do my job.
Yes. Yeah. And it looks nice actually. It's quite
Yes.
yes. So I have a question regarding Feng Shui in general.
Yes.
And a general impression, and that's my personal impression as well, that Feng Shui originates from, an ancient Eastern tradition. And so, I have the impression, or it's a general impression, that it's very hard to incorporate, ancient methods and principles into modern, contemporary design or style. So how true is that? Is it possible for us to use Feng Shui and yet keep our, design or design our space in a modern, contemporary style?
Absolutely, yes. Unfortunately, there is a big clash between Feng Shui and interior decorators and Western mentality. Actually, when I do a consultation, I don't impose any style. I don't impose any Chinese decorations, but I just advise how to decorate and how to organize the space. Unfortunately, the majority of interiors and architects, they perceive Feng Shui as an imposition. And I need to be very honest, in the Western countries, people are not so open to accept it. Why? According to my ideas. Because in Western countries, they tend to be very logic. There is no more space for the spirituality and for the unknown. They want to control everything. In Asia, it's much more different. People are more open to accept spirituality. They know there is something behind that. That's why I must be very, very clear on this point. In Dubai, there is a combination of culture, Arab culture, Middle Eastern, East Asia, and people are much more open here. Because there are cultures like my culture in my country, they are very... Switzerland, yeah, they are totally... Like, how is possible to manage that? For them, it's out of question to imagine that a space can affect the destiny of a person. So, and it's really a shame, to be very honest. I don't spend any time to promote it in my country because I have the feeling that I'm wasting my time. So they prefer to be very logical. For me, it's fine. And thanks to God, I'm here in Dubai where people really are very, very open. Even a lot of African people I have as a client, they are very open to accept that because accepting Feng Shui, it means accepting that there is something behind our reality that can affect us.
Right.
So I'm very happy and grateful to be here because of that.
Yes, actually, we're very blessed to be here in Dubai, that we have that mix of cultures, and people are way more open once they encounter, and they're closer to other ways of looking at things in other cultures, and myself included. I mean, I'm way more open thanks to living here in Dubai and being in contact with people from so many different cultures. So
we are really blessed because here people are interested, they are open to accept, and they are not blocked.
Right.
Sometimes, especially in Western countries, they think that, oh my God, wow, how you can manage to live in Dubai, but actually it's exactly the opposite. Here people are very open-minded. They don't follow blindly, but at least they listen and they accept.
Absolutely.
So this is an extra value that we are having here, and I'm really grateful to the universe for that.
Oh, I'm grateful as well. Yeah, we're blessed to be here.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, Cristiano, can you share with us some tips that, anyone can apply to a very specific areas of their lives? So I'm going to share with you the areas, and then you can share with me those tips. Could be easy, simple, that anyone can apply. So for health and well-being.
For health and well-being, so first of all, don't stock anything under the bed. And also, be careful when you are lying on your bed, your body should not be reflected in a mirror. So this can create a lot of health issues. If when you are sleeping, your body is half reflected in a mirror, can be very dangerous. Of course, if you sleep there for 1 week, no. But if you sleep in the same bed with this mirror for more than 3 months, your health can be affected.
So when we stand up, so we could have a mirror, for example, once we sit up, then we can, see our reflection. But once we're lying down.
Exactly. When we sleep,
When we sleep.
ideally, our body should not be reflected in a mirror.
Okay.
Some people, for some reason, they have in front of the bed a mirror or whatever. So in this case, I suggest to cover with something, with a piece of fabrics, in the evening.
Okay.
To cover it, and that's it.
Okay. So anything else for health?
For health, these are the tips that can be applied easily. Of
Right.
course, there are other tips, but this is a little bit weird, but it's regarding our meals. We should have the most important meals in the young part of the day. It means we should start eating less after 2 p.m.
Okay.
So this is it's part of the Feng Shui lifestyle, and for some people it's manageable, for some people it's not. But for instance, if you have a big meal in the evening, it's not so healthy.
And that's after.
So after 2 p.m., we should eat very light, and ideally we should not eat after the sunset.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it's very yin. The energy yin, it's not using all the energy that we are putting into our body.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay, so for health, for wealth and prosperity. Money.
I want a commission
Not just
on
money.
that.
Not just money. Yeah.
No. Also, first of all, this is also something linked with a mirror. When you enter from your main door, you should not have a mirror in front of your door.
Okay.
Why? Because ideally, all the opportunity, including money, enter from your main door. So if there is a mirror, basically you reject out your opportunities. So this is, remove it. Don't cover it, remove it.
Okay.
Second, be careful about the southeast direction in your house. The southeast is where money is. So ideally, you should have some plants, maybe a fish tank, or some wood or water elements. Okay? So, and keep it very decluttered. Some people, they have in the southeast, they have a storage. Of course, money will not come so easy. It will be like hard because everything is cluttered.
Right.
So remove it. Then, in this, we move a little bit more into the Chinese culture. Try always to have a very nice and well-maintained wallet. And don't use for 2 following days the same pair of shoes.
For 2
following days. Every day you should change shoes because the shoes that worked today need to rest tomorrow in order to give you more opportunity the day after.
Okay, so just the 2 days following the replacement of the wallet.
Exactly.
Okay, so I get the wallet today.
No, sorry. The wallet, it's...
it's not, okay.
It's you should keep it clean and well-maintained.
Any specific colors?
Actually, there are some colors, but it's according with your date of birth. Okay. So I cannot tell you because some people, they have a blue, some people, they have a brown. So it's linked with your date of birth. Right. So wallet, always nice, well-maintained and clean, and shoes. Regarding the shoes, don't wear the same pair of shoes 2 following days.
Okay.
See?
So every day I should replay, like wear a different pair.
Exactly.
And could be two pairs, but I'll just
Exactly.
wear one
Yes.
today. Tomorrow it's going to be a
Yes,
different one.
exactly.
Okay.
And according to my master, if you want to spend a lot for your dress, it's fine. But shoes and wallet should be very high quality.
Interesting. And should be clean, well maintained.
Exactly.
Of
Yes.
course.
Yes.
Yeah. Not the bag, the wallet.
The wallet. Yes.
The wallet. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm going to spend more on shoes now and wallets. Okay. So the next one is love and relationships.
Hey, this is the partners. So there are many tips on that. So first of all, if you are a woman and you are looking for a partner, so you need to be aware of your northwest. So what do you have in the northwest area of your home? So in this case, the northwest is representing man, authority, and power. So don't decorate it like with girlish stuff. Or maybe don't put some dolly or pink color. A vanity table, exactly. So it's ideally you should have something that gives you the feeling of authority, protection, masculinity. Can be a statue, can be a painting, but not too much into romance, not too much romantic. The northwest should be masculine.
Masculine, like for example, the painting should have
like a mountain.
Okay.
Horses. Okay. Or, avoid mirrors in the northwest also because they decrease the energy of the partner. If you are a man and you are looking for a partner, a wife, be careful about your southwest. The southwest is linked with female energy, so you can use some pink, make it very soft, light, and romantic.
Okay, but that's quite tricky, let's say, for a gentleman, for example,
Yes.
to have in his house a corner where he would use certain
but in this
colors.
case, I advise to go maybe with some pictures, some fresh flowers, something romantic but not girlish.
Right.
You see?
Yes.
Maybe it can have some candles, something very romantic, not feminine, I would say.
Right.
See? And in the other end, for a single lady, I suggest to have something, that give you the idea of protection as well. I have a client, she recently decided to put in the northwest the stone of a mountain in Morocco. It's called Atlas, because for her it represents the strength, the power, the protection. Perfect.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah. That's quite a good idea, actually. Quite a good idea.
Depends on
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's why it's very important when I see my clients, I never impose something because you need to feel comfortable at home.
Yes, and what means what it means to them.
Exactly.
Like what masculinity, or probably that person comes from that country, and
Exactly.
in that culture, masculinity is associated to certain qualities.
Exactly. So if some Feng Shui consultant impose you something, it will never work. You need to have a feeling with all the Feng Shui techniques that you are applying at home.
And I remember something about a friend of mine many years ago. She read somewhere, and I'm saying many years, like over 10 years ago, she read somewhere that she needed to place a vase with a red flower or rose in a certain corner. The thing is, what happened is that she did meet her current husband now, and her life completely shifted. There was a shift in her life since she started applying these rules and including this vase. And now she's carrying this principle. She moved to a different country, and she's still carrying that principle and having that vase in that same corner. And she's doing pretty well, and she's quite happy with that. And then whenever we talk about Feng Shui, she talks about this vase and that
Well, I
flower
think that
in
in
that
this
corner.
case, the vase did his mission.
Right.
So she doesn't need to keep it, but whatever, it's if she feels comfortable with it, she can keep it. You know, you always need to be comfortable
Right.
with the Feng Shui techniques.
Right.
Because if you don't feel a link, they are not working.
Right. And is it something that you apply, like, having a vase
No,
with a...
no. I mean, I apply a vase with roses if, according to my calculation, I need some water element and or wood elements. Applying the pot with the roses just to get a partner, no, it's not part of the Feng Shui that I apply.
Interesting. Yeah, so probably it just worked for her, or
No, you
maybe-
know, in Feng Shui
yeah.
there are different schools.
Yeah.
So, it's like a cooking class. You have many cooking class. Then you have Italian, Greek, Moroccan, Asian. So, in Feng Shui, we have different masters. I follow a certain master. There are other masters. So, it's up to you to choose the one that you feel more linked with you.
Okay. So the fourth question is related to quality of sleep.
Yes. So for sure, there are many tips to apply to fix this problem. So first of all, ideally, your room should be in the west, northwest, north, or northeast of your apartment or your villa. If it's not the case, don't worry. So second, always you need a strong wall on your back. Third, avoid mirrors. Avoid technical appliance around, like TV, laptop, and so on. Use plain bed sheet. Bed sheet without design.
Patterns.
White, creamy, black, whatever, but plain. Don't have too many books in the bedroom. So avoid, you can have 2-3 books, but not too many, because otherwise books affect our subconscious and they relate us with knowledge and learning and working. Okay. So it's better not to have that. Avoid white light, always yellow warm light in the bedroom. And if you can have a rug or a carpet that slow down a bit the energy, it's perfect.
Any specific colors or...
But let's say that
plain?
the carpet, I suggest to have a dark color, cream, gray, always not strong pattern, but very dark in order to ground us when we sleep.
Under the bed or on the side of the bed?
Around the bed.
Around the bed.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm going to apply all these.
Good.
Or try at least. Try. So I have a question regarding for anyone who feels stuck in their life right now. Can you share any tips that could help them create a shift in their life?
Yes.
Or unlock new opportunities?
So first of all, declutter your home.
Okay.
First, now is the right moment of the year to do it. So go ahead. Then declutter your mails.
Mails?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we tend to imagine the clutter only around us, but at our days, it's in our phone, in our mail, So decluttering is very important. Okay. Third, start to write with a pen your goals, what you really want. Okay. This is very important because some of my clients, they are totally confused when they come to me. They say unrealistic things. I want to become a star. I want a baby. I want to get married. I want to travel a lot. It's like, what do you want? So make a list of priority. And also try to visualize yourself in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. Okay? Having said that, there is another important point is try to understand if what you are writing in the paper, it's really coming from your soul, or if these dreams are affected from some other energy, maybe your mother, maybe your family, maybe your circle of friends, maybe your nationality, you know, because also before Christmas I did the Chinese horoscope for this girl. She's an amazing person, very successful, and I could see in the horoscope how good she is, and she's totally depressed because she cannot get married. And I was telling her, but dear, everything is going in the right direction with you. No, I don't have a boyfriend. I'm not married. My mother, she wants to become grandmother.
You mean not the country, you mean the culture.
The culture, and you know, in some countries we have this this pressure of being very rich, well married, children. So, and I said, but darling, this is not part of your dream. It's not part of your energy. So let's try in 2025 to understand what is exactly the dreams that suits our energy and what is not. This is the best way to start a Feng Shui lifestyle.
So basically declutter from, you know, others' judgment.
Exactly.
And others.
Toxic people.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Don't be afraid to be alone. But because every time that you declutter from unnecessary people or stuff, what you need is coming.
Interesting. Yeah, because sometimes it's very hard to let go.
I
Same
know.
thing with our, you know, stuff, things, clothes. And sometimes in relationships, it's very hard to let go, or of that toxic job, or, you know, or partner. But then, like you mentioned, when we declutter, we give way to everything that's new, that's fresh, that's probably better for us.
Exactly. When I do my decluttering therapy and I throw some stuff, I take one by one and I thanks the universe. I say, thank you, universe. I got this pair of shoes. We went around a lot together. I thank you so much. Now I give to someone and I wish the person to get the same luck as I had with you. So, and by doing that, you really release. And you send the blessing to another person, and you will get blessing.
Interesting.
Yes.
And what about crystals?
Oh, crystals. This is another very important question. Some of clients,
I'm guilty of it myself.
Yes.
So, yeah.
They call me, I need a Feng Shui consultant to place my crystals. This is so common. So, crystals, for sure they have powers. They have certain different types of crystals. Feng Shui is not into crystals. According to Feng Shui energy, crystals are earth. So whenever a certain area of the house need the energy of earth, you can put your crystals. From a general perspective, you can put your crystal in the west and northwest of your home or of your house, and definitely they will help the energy. For instance, crystals are earth. They can help a lot the partner in the northwest.
Okay.
So, if a woman is looking for a partner, and she has a lot of crystals, she can put them in the northwest.
And not the other way around. So if a man is looking into
not
for
really,
a
because the
female partner.
southwest doesn't really need the earth. The southwest needs more fire energy. So better to put it in the northwest. If you are a man and you have crystals, you can put in the northwest because they will empower yourself. You see?
Yes.
So for single men trying to have better future, empower northwest. For single women that they are not necessarily looking for a partner, but they just want to be more happy and grounded, empower the southwest.
Okay.
See?
Okay. But then per types, Because we are told that for certain types of crystals, they have certain types of energies.
In this case, Feng Shui is not helping. We can work according to the colors. So the green crystals are more wood energy. The purple crystal are more fire energy. But it's not really such an important topic, I would say, in Feng Shui, the crystals.
Okay. Okay, so we got to the end of the episode almost, but I added a small segment where I asked the guests to share a piece of advice, either personal or related to their field of expertise, with our viewers and or listeners. So, what would be a piece of advice that you would share with our viewers or
of course
listeners?
So. Let's say that the best advice I can give for 2025 is to slow down. The energy worldwide is very, very fast this year. I already did the prediction for 2025. So slow down. Don't make crazy investment. Don't make big changement, because 2025 the energy is very unpredictable as well. One day it will be like the stock market will boom, the following day will go down. So be very humble, be very slow. Always. Also, another point is fake news. We may have a lot of fake news in 2025. So double check all the news that are impressing you. Okay, don't follow blindly. Then third, try to have rest also during the day. I know that in Dubai it's a little bit difficult to have a break because our days, it's always. But try to have at least half an hour break in beginning of the afternoon. It helps yourself to recharge. And to go better in the second part of the day. In 2025, the second part of the day, for some reason, can be very demanding. So be ready to face busy afternoons, so have a break. And then linked with the home is, if it's possible, when you sit at your desk, don't face east or west this year in 2025.
Okay.
So avoid the east and the west. So try to slightly change the direction of your desk if it's possible, and it will be really, really very important. And also another tips is the apartment or villas aligned on the northeast southwest direction. They can be a little bit heavy this year. So for those properties in the center of the house, they should have white flowers.
White flowers?
Yes.
Okay.
Only if you are on the northeast southwest.
Either or?
Yes.
So either or, northeast
or
southwest.
Yes, try to have white flowers in the center.
Okay.
It will be very beneficial.
What if everyone applies it? So
I think that it will help. In 2025, you can have a white flower in the center. If the question is why the white flowers, because in the center of our homes and in the center of the world, the energy for 2025 is a little bit sick. It's unfortunately, according to the UNOM, it's at 5.2, which is sickness. So if we put white flowers, the white is the metal, and the metal make the earth weaker. So the sickness, which is 2 and 5, and it's representing earth, according to UNOM, it will make the sickness weaker.
Okay.
So that's why it's a little bit technical. The explication behind is a little bit technical, but having some white flowers or even white decorations in the center of your home for 2025, it's helping a lot.
Okay. And this is mainly related to health?
To our the overall energy of our home. Yes.
Well-being.
Yes, well-being. Sickness doesn't mean health only.
Okay.
No, it's in Feng Shui. Sickness means misaligned energy in general. So, in some case, can be sickness. In some case, can be
Losing a
conflict
job or
with a partner.
conflict.
See, exactly, something like this.
Okay, that would be extremely helpful. So yeah, I will apply all these.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna place the
Please.
white flower in the middle of the house.
Yes.
So it's been a pleasure to have you, Cristiano. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I wish you all a fantastic 2025, which is the snake year, according to Feng Shui. A lot of blessing and a lot of enthusiasm to everyone.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for watching us. And this was Inside and Out with Inara. Thank you and stay blessed.